ITIN number. ITIN. ITIN. Everything related to this number. Do we know the abbreviation of this number? Do we know what means ITIN? ITIN means individual tax identification number. Individual, okay? Because it is individual, so the ITIN is only related to a person. Only person can have it. And then you may say that what is the difference between ITIN and the Social Security number? What's the difference? There is a big difference in there. On the Social Security number, if you have a Social Security number and we save your future under this number. So you have a number, we will save your Social Security benefit, we'll save your Medicare benefit, and we save your future under Social Security number. ITIN don't have a future plan. ITIN is a number that you have it and you can report taxes and you can open company and you can do all kind of things with it, but it doesn't save any benefit for you as a person. Okay, it doesn't save anything for you as a person. And when you, in what cases do people need ITIN? So the ITIN is not for everybody, but sometimes somebody need ITIN. And for example, we'll go through examples, okay? For example, you are US citizen and you marry to someone from China and you want to bring the lady in to be your spouse. And when you do the immigration process, you don't get a Social Security number right away. You get ITIN for your spouse. Okay, so that's when you use it. ITIN is used for identify someone who is not in the US system. But there's other ways ITIN is used. Right now, when students come to this country to study, they have a student visa, they are getting ITIN, not Social Security number anymore. It used to, when students come, students use F1 visa, right? When you have F1 visa, they used to give you Social Security number. Now they give you ITIN. Okay? And when you come in as a J1 and visa, they give you ITIN. So all of these temporary visa, if you are a visitor, let's say you come to here to visit, do a commerce visit, visiting companies and get a temporary visa. And if you want an ID, if you want an identification number, what you get is ITIN. And there's also a lot of people now in our country, they come from Mexico, they come through the border, they come here, they don't have anything. They just have their old passport or identification card, but they don't have anything related to US. For these people, and they can apply to ITIN. You can apply ITIN. The ITIN application, then you say, when I apply for ITIN, what do I say? How do I go to just get ITIN? I cannot say that, oh, I come from Mexico, I don't have status, give me ITIN. You can't. If you say that, they don't. The IRS won't give you one because it's not their business how you come. So what they do is they want you to apply. The only time anyone can apply for ITIN is when you say, I need to file tax. If you say, oh, I need to file taxes, I made $100. I should pay $1 taxes. Even if it is for $1, you can apply. How am I going to get him the ITIN? 3 ways to get ITIN. And when you first you decide I need to pay taxes. I need to pay tax or I need to file tax. And the file tax doesn't equals to paying tax dollars. Sometimes you file taxes to get refund. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You file taxes, you could get refund. So as long as you need to file tax and you want to apply, 3 ways to apply. Number 1, you can take your passport to the IRS help window. Here in Des Moines, it's on 3rd and Court Street where there is an IRS help window. You take your passport, you have to take something with your photo and your birthday. So if you don't have passport, you should have a consular card. If you don't have consular card, you should have birth certificate and together with another photo. So you got to identify your face and your gender and the male, female, and also your birthday and your origin. So you need to go with your passport or with your picture, plus your birthday, and plus where you come from, and then you can actually apply for ITIN. You do it yourself, okay? The other one, and you can go to the IRS help. You can fill up W7. This is the form W7. You can do that yourself and mail your passport to IRS. So if you say, well, I don't like to go to IRS, I just want to do it by mail. You can fill out this form and make photocopy. Oh, actually, no, I'm saying it wrong. Mail your original passport. It needs to go with your W7 to IRS, okay? IRS is actually very good. When you mail them the passport, they make sure they get back to you. We have never seen anybody lose their passport, okay? But the only trouble is it takes them 6 weeks to do the ITIN. If you mail your passport to them, then you want to go back to your country, you had an urgency, that's the problem. So make sure you don't need it for a while, then you submit it to IRS, right? So you can fill up W7, mail your passport. The last one, a lot of people doing this. Use the certified acceptance agency. We call them CAA, Certified Acceptance Agency. There's only 13 companies here in Iowa can do this. Community CPA is one of them. So Certified Acceptance Agency, what the difference is that if you come over here, you say, Ying, I want to apply for ITIN. And we do not mail your original out. We make photocopy, we stamp on it, telling IRS that we are the acceptance agency. We looked at it for you already. And these 3 ways are how you get the ITIN, okay? And once you put the application in, and remember I said it's 6 weeks, this is how long it takes the ITIN to come back to you. Takes time. And right now, the IRS said that if you have ITIN and you continually use it for tax filing, your ITIN will never expire. You will have it forever. Last year they used to say that, well, it will expire in 5 years. They already changed their mind. July 1st, they already made a new rule saying that if you have ITIN, but you have been filing taxes the whole time, then your ITIN is good. You can always have that ITIN, okay? So this covers what is ITIN, how you apply for ITIN, how long take you to apply, and who are the person that you can contact to get your ITIN application in. Okay. But one of the biggest thing we want to talk about is how do we use ITIN? What do we need ITIN for? Let's say if my parents are from China, they came to visit me for 6 months. let's say they were coming here to help me with my babies. They went to Pyramidal and they win a lottery. Okay, foreign person win the lottery. And when they have that, the Pyramidal people will say that, well, I can give you the money, but you have to have an ID. So my parents cannot even get the money. They need to run to get an ITIN number first. But they can also do something different. Let's say if they made money and they don't know what, they made quite a bit of money and they don't know what to do. Let's say they made 100,000. And let's say if I give this $100,000 into an ITIN number, okay, and this $100,000 will be paid two kinds of taxes. And one is income tax. I was using this 100,000 as a gambling win. Let's scratch that. It's not a good example for this particular one. Let's say the income is coming from mowing the lawn, and I get bored at home. I don't want to. I don't have Social Security number. I just have ITIN. So I'm mowing the lawn. I'm making 100,000. Okay, and when I have an ITIN number, I could report my 100,000 on my 1040. Okay, I'll say 100,000. And then the IRS goes, great, and you made 100,000. I want two taxes from you. One is what they call the income tax. And let's say that's 20%. It is about 20%. Then IRS said that other than income taxes, because you worked, okay? And so I'm going to charge you self-employment tax too. And this one is a 15%. So total of 35% of taxes. So what is my tax total amount? 35,000, am I right? I have ITIN, but is there a better way for me to do business so I don't end up paying 35%? I was told there's some easy ways to do so the percentage is less. Okay, now there is a way to do that, and if I have an ITIN number, and I decided that, oh, you know what, I'm going to open up a bar, restaurant, and to do a business. So what I will do is I will use my ITIN number to set up a company. So you will ask me, oh, but is that okay for ITIN number to set up a company? Absolutely okay. The company is regarded as a U.S. citizen. Even though ITIN is a foreign number, but when you set up a company, it is like giving birth to a new baby. It is a U.S. citizen. So this company would have a new ID. That ID is called EIN number. Okay? But of course, if someone with a Social Security number wants to set up a company, you also end up with a new EIN number. This number is different from Social Security number and ITIN because this number is for company. It's not a person, right? It's a thing. It's a thing. But this is a person. So now, let's say we use ITIN number. We set up a company. Let's say this company is going to be called Mowing Happy. That's the company name, Mowing Happy. So this company, Mowing Happy, is going to do everything. Okay, let's just make a list of things it can do. This is the company, Mowing Happy. I am going to put a list of things that it can do. Number one, I know it is going to really make you think. Number one, the Mowing Happy can apply for visa for people who doesn't have a visa. So you can use this company to apply for foreigner to come in to work for you. I put that as a number one because our people, when we set up company and we work, the first thing we think of, oh, if my brother is here, it will be so good. You know, we think like that. And when you think like that, and you need to have a company because that will make you do that very easy. Okay? So that will be the first one. Number two, you can buy house. You can buy house under the company. That means this house, and the cost of the house will be deducted from your income. Let's say your Mowing Happy company made $100,000 income. And you say that I'm going to buy a house because I'm going to use my house as an office. Sure, I live there too, but I am going to use that house as my office. When you buy the house and you have all of these expenses related to house, right? You have you paid for the house, utilities, property tax, everything we're talking about having a house suddenly become a deduction item for the company because you bought under Mowing Happy. You did not buy it under your personal name. Why would you buy it under your personal name? If you have an ITIN, I would buy it under EIN number. Make sense? Right? Okay. And then the other thing is, this Mowing Happy company not only can apply for my brother to come, and I also going to buy a house under there, and I am going to also hire my mom and my dad and everybody in my family to be employee. Okay? So these are important. You first have income, and then you can apply, and then you can buy home. You can hire your relatives to work in the company. And then but one more thing is good about the company. Remember in the earlier example, we have two taxes, remember? Income tax and self-employment tax. But when you have a company like that, and your company tax only pays income tax. Do you remember how much was the self-employment tax ratio? 15. So how much did we say right here? 15%, right? So it's 100,000 times 15%, and I think we save just that much cash right there. Okay, so there is no reason why anyone who start engaging business and not thinking of getting a different ITIN. And one more thing on here. What happened if your business fail and you did something really bad? Say you have a daycare, one kid accidentally die in the daycare. Parents are so mad at you and they want to sue you. And if you have a company, what happened to you? If you have a company, nothing happened to you. Because everything is under this roof. It's like what happened in company stays in the company. It's almost like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Okay? So the company is like a little roof and take care of things under there for you. So you are not exposing yourself. So we're talking about liability here. Okay? If you go to any lawyers, you say, hey, I want to start a business. The lawyer will say, well, you need to protect yourself. That's what they're talking about. Because when you are successful, not only are you going to give yourself a status, you're going to apply for the people you know coming from your country and working in the company.